Chimney.
It's beautiful every time, ain't it? I mean, welcome
You
back.
do it really well, sis.
Namaste, my niggas.
Welcome back. It's unFEMiliar podcast. Your girl Nay.
Tony Love.
And it's me, Stevie T, on everything.
Motherfucker, everything.
Every time. Welcome back, and we have some wild ass topics, all non-related to one another, completely random.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. Last episode was our 20th episode, though. I think we should give ourselves a little bit of like a...
Oh my God, we missed 20?
Yeah, 20. That was 20.
Right, 25, we got something for y'all.
We got something special for you guys on 25.
I'm gonna come by this robe on 25.
Oh, wow.
All right now.
And I'm not.
Oh, wow.
I know, because Katie ain't gonna be looking for me.
Oh, that's good.
This is good.
This actually is my first taste.
Okay, so we
we
were gonna say this to Black Excellence, but we all just took a sip at first and had the same reaction, so we're just gonna do it this now. So a friend of mine, a friend of a friend by the name of Preston, his family, this is a Black-owned winery in North Carolina.
Oh, I love it.
His family owns a winery. They all bought in, which is great. It is called Seven Springs Farm and Vineyard. The wine that we are drinking today is Ridgeway Passion.
It's very passionate.
Alcohol volume content is 12.8. Oh, y'all getting...
I didn't know that. Wait, hold on, wait.
Y'all getting us fucked up.
Hold
I'm about
on.
to set this
I
shit
definitely
down.
know that. Oh, mental note. Okay. Did not know that. But
I
it's
didn't either.
delicious. It's sweet.
It
This
is-
is like a Moscato situation.
It's not even. It's better than a Moscato.
Definitely. It's got more flavor.
It's got more flavor. I don't
This
even
is
know
good.
what the flavor
And I taste
is.
the grapes.
Mm-hmm. This is delicious.
This is actually really good.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so-
buy this one.
Yes, this is
Let me
is
take a
delicious.
picture of it.
Okay. It is called, again, for you guys. Get my YouTube thing on.
Oh, put your
Put your hand
back.
behind. This what they do.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
You see that?
There we go. Seven Springs Farms and Vineyards in North Carolina, y'all.
Hey.
Yes.
Black owned.
Black owned.
Shout
All black
out
everything.
Preston, whoever you are.
Shout
your
out
family.
to you, Preston.
Hey.
Preston is also Kappa, so shout out to them.
Okay.
All right now.
Thank you
All
so
right now.
much. This is delicious. We will all be purchasing more because I know I for sure.
I
will.
definitely will.
Stupid ass just like a cat book.
Mm.
You know.
Yes, and if you guys want to sponsor us, we're available.
Definitely send all the wines.
But no, seriously, I wasn't kidding about the
Review a
sponsorship.
new one
But
every
this is
week.
really good. And y'all should all purchase. This is our first Black Excellence of our show. Let's get into it.
All
We
right.
had to take a moment because
On episode 21.
on episode 21.
You okay?
It's lit.
Now, what did we say we was opening
Up
up
and
with?
it's stuck.
Because we're going
The
to come back to Black
stimmies.
Excellence.
We are coming back to Black Excellence, but stimmies.
Where art thou?
You clearly didn't get
Where
your stimmy. You got
art
your
thou?
stimmy?
Absolutely not. I have not got my. I didn't get the last Emmy. I always end up owing, so they made me like basically take like a tax credit for the last one. So like I just had to pay the government $600 less than I would normally have to pay them.
Oh, I owed, and I still had a stimmy.
That's fucked
Okay,
up.
well.
I think
Was
they
it
just
less
try to
than?
get you. Huh?
Was it less than what the stimmy was?
My stimmy?
What you owe? Because
No,
his was...
it was more.
Damn.
It was like, I owed them like $1,200 something. Just because I made it to lunch, but yeah. But I mean, I guess I paid it, so maybe that's why.
That's definitely
They
why.
probably just gave me my money back, and I thought it was stimmy.
Well, what the
So,
fuck,
fair
where the
enough.
fuck is the
You
stimmy?
stupid. No bullshit.
Thanks.
What the fuck is
Thanks
that stimmy?
Thanks for my money back. Appreciate that. Came right on the time.
Okay.
They haven't gotten their stimmies. I did get a stimmy this time. I really hope they don't ask for it back
Mine
come
did
these
not.
taxes. But
Yeah, mine did not come through. I need to call the IRS, but when you call a number, you can't get through.
oh, I'll give you the number because I got right on through.
The one that ends in 1040, like the form, 1040,
Mm-mm.
because that's the number that you can't get through on one.
Mm-mm.
IRS, get your shit together.
And I talked
Uncle
to a black.
Sam, get your shit
and I
together.
talked to a
I
black
want
man.
you to give me my
My
stimmy.
motherfucking money.
And I talked
Joe
to
Biden, get your
I
shit
talked
together.
to a black man who helped me out, and he was very nice.
How you
And
know he's black? You know he's
because he
black.
checked me because I had got an attitude. I said, "Oh, this is somebody, uncle. I'm sorry.
I'm
Let me
sorry,
act right
sir.
because I need help."
My
And that's
bad.
exactly what I said. I said, "So, you know, I'm sorry. That was nasty. I need to act right because I need help." He was like, "It's all right. It's
Okay.
all right, honey." So that's how I know he was black.
And I definitely need.
I
I need his number.
He
I
got
need
it
him
right together.
I need him to get me together.
He told
If
me
he's gonna get me together correctly.
No, he did because I didn't get this. Remember, I told you I didn't get the last one either, and so he
Yeah, but
he
I'm
helped
saying
me
I don't want him
out.
to double down and say, "Well, you wasn't supposed to get this to me." Like,
No,
you was supposed to
I
get it.
thought he
Maybe I
was-
wasn't supposed to
No,
get
I
it.
wasn't. I wasn't because I owed.
Oh,
I
well,
owed
you didn't
$1,200. Yeah.
Well, I gotta tell him. I
gave
gotta tell him that I. Anyway.
No, he's gonna
We'll
see
talk
it.
about this offline.
He's gonna see
We'll
it.
talk about this
But
offline.
my point here is he's gonna get you right because he told me he was gonna take 3 weeks. Come that Monday.
Okay, well,
every
Uncle,
time I come around your
come
city.
through. Why didn't I get this information last week? I should have got this information for episode 20. It's okay.
We gonna get it together. Sis, you still missing.
I'll let y'all know when my stimmy is coming. When it's here.
First of all, this bitch just took this shot. It's just sorry.
I'm trying to equal it to y'all's though. First and foremost, thanks a lot. Cause they trying to set me up, y'all. I don't know if y'all caught it. I left it on last week's episode because they was talking shit about Big Shawty, about my weak drinking game, and I will admit that sometimes, I have a bigger belly than, bigger eyes than my belly, and I be wanting more stuff than I can actually handle.
Okay. That's what I heard about you.
That's what we know, sis.
Just saying, but you learn, you grow, your tolerance grows.
Well,
Okay.
nonetheless, Big Shawty ain't get her stimmy. She looking.
I'm waiting on my stimmy, and the thing is, I see so many people joking or whatever, but like, what do you guys do with your stimmy?
Can we smoke?
Oh yeah.
What did we do with
I
that?
didn't even fucking move this shit.
What do we do? What do you guys do with
saved
y'all
it.
stimmy? Y'all
I
put it in a savings account?
I saved a little bit. I invested some, saved a little. I have an investment calendar. So I invest on certain cycles
Okay.
of my different various incomes. And
Okay.
so I invest in certain cycles with certain income.
What
I
do
don't
you-
invest all of my income from, I have multiple, I work jobs, bitch, I am a job.
Hey.
I got multiple jobs. So I don't invest from certain checks because they deviate to other things.
Sure. What are you investing in, like stocks and crypto and shit?
I'm investing in stocks, yes.
Okay.
I was looking into crypto. Crypto still scares me because you can't regulate it. It's Wild West. So, but I do have a little bit of crypto. I can't be fucking with the Bitcoin because it's too much. So I don't feel like
You play around with the smaller ones.
I play around with the little one, XRP things that are coming up. But it's $43,000 for one Bitcoin, and I put $20 in thinking I was doing something. Bitch,
But that's $20 will come out too, though.
You are
That
though.
fractional
it
trading
has-
will. That $20 will
it
come out
has,
too.
but
You'll
I
have
mean,
25
it's not
in a
like
minute.
stocks.
I mean, but if it go up
Don't move
50%,
as fast.
Yeah.
Not at all.
It depends on how much money you want to put into it. And I know it's not, you can't get a whole coin, but what you put in, and this is what my homie Derek, he's been investing in
Shout out to
shit.
Derek.
Shout out to Derek, my business partner. He basically
Shout out
was
to Derek.
like,
He didn't follow me back on Twitter.
oh, Derek.
Shout out to
she can show me
Derek.
your
Where
stuff.
are the leggings?
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, so it's Shay's fault.
Sorry.
Thank you.
We didn't market them, so it's just.
Where's the follow? Do you have that too?
Oh,
Hush, hush.
well.
Well, what I'm saying is, he
Stevie
told me that when you
complicated.
when you're investing,
I get my follow.
that if you put $20 in and it goes up 50%, then you're gonna get a $10 profit no matter what.
Right.
So you still get your
Which
full
I have
50.
seen. I have seen some small gains from my little $20.
Yeah.
Okay. But
That's
I was just
something I
testing the
wanna
waters.
do.
That's why I was just doing.
That's something I want to do. What do
See
you
what
do
this
with your
do.
stimmy? You investing in your home?
I do the exact same thing as you. I mean, I might like do a little something with it like personally, but for the most part, it just sits in like savings, or I will invest it into whatever I feel like I need to invest it in the moment. I like to. I happen to invest on a little app called Robinhood. So in order to invest, like when you have Robinhood, you have to have the money like there already, basically in the app. So I usually will put it in the app,
Yeah.
just to be able to have access to the portion that I want to invest. And if there's anything that needs to be done or anything that the car needs to be inspected or whatever, I'll go ahead and do that and knock that out with this stimmy. I mean, I don't need it like that. That's probably the reason why I ain't got them. But so I don't really do too much of it.
You can get your
I don't really do too much with it anyway. So that I never really felt no type of way about the fact that I didn't get the last one, and I'm not really pressed on getting this one either. But that is 2 racks. So I mean, I could do something with it.
I think for me, I was only pressed to get. At first, I just knew I didn't matter because I just thought I wasn't gonna get one. And so I have a friend who makes a little under $500,000 a year, and my friend got a stimmy. Now it wasn't obviously the same amount as everyone else's, but
He got a fucking
There was a
stimmy.
stimmy there, and so I was like, oh. Well, I mean, I make me a nice little coin, but I don't make me no half a milli coin.
Yeah, I mean, it goes
Where my stimmy at?
adjusted
Okay,
income now.
because I need my stimmy. If you giving it out to the people, I need my cut.
Yeah, I mean, I feel you.
So I do, but also I want to, for the first stimmy, I be seeing a lot of people online like, oh, well, I didn't get a stimmy because I make too much. I just told you I had a friend to make $500,000 a year. You don't make $500,000.
But he might
got
have
a
write-offs and
stimmy.
things and like stuff like that he writes off to bring down his gross income. Like if you
No,
he doesn't write anything off.
no, not yet.
Okay.
Well, shit, that's lit. And I want my stimmy.
Niggas
And
is
I
just
want
a
it's
job.
my stimmy, and I want it now.
Nah, that's how I felt on the first one. That's why I had to call
Simple
text
as
me.
that.
I said,
You
sir.
with me? Okay.
I said, sir, this, my friend got a stimmy. He don't need it. And he said he didn't need it. He was like, he was like, okay.
Yeah, they need to go
They
send my
posted it to
motherfucking
his like
bread.
mom or something. I don't know.
They need to send my bread. Not that I, impressed on it, but I want what's mine because the rich are the wicked, only can store for the righteous. So
You gotta collect. If it's
that too.
the point is the coin. And
No,
that's it.
period.
The point is the coin. Amen.
Speaking
Proper.
of Joe,
Respectfully.
Shanae and Stevie,
Big shouty.
thank you, Big
Nay.
Shotty,
Call me what you want.
and Stevie didn't get their stimulus. So Joe, we got a few questions for you.
Yeah.
The first question, the very first one is, where's their money?
That's number one.
Number two, what's up? What's good with you, Joe?
What's really hood? It's like no.
Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna blank that out because please
Why?
don't come knocking on this door.
Yeah, I got the First
You see
Amendment.
how he fired his staff?
Well, do that shit outside the door.
Freedom of speech.
Outside.
Assembly.
Not in this house.
Religion.
Outside the door.
Press.
Outside the complex.
No, seriously.
No,
I'm
but
sorry, you're trying to really be on topic. Okay, yes, he fired his staff because they were smoking weed. Go ahead. say
damn,
that.
I didn't even get there. I was
No, she was trying to say that. She was trying to say that. Weren't you trying to say that?
She was trying to say it.
It's
Oh, you were
okay,
trying to say
but
it.
you can go ahead, sis, because
No,
you
no.
are.
I thought because I'm over here just having a good old time. I'm drinking this
So,
good ass wine.
if you this wine is good as fuck.
It's great.
If I wish I had to.
It's so great.
I was actually just thinking about that. Like, damn, it's getting low. How we going to be this out?
Right.
All right, so if you
Just don't want to share the wine.
okay, bitches don't want to shit of wine. If you do not know what happened with Joe Biden, let's start from elections. Joe Biden said in his first 100 days he'd do a bunch of shit, right? Stimmies was one. Student debt, getting rid of that was the second, or even just getting rid of it, a great deal. One of the two, I don't remember which one was that. And then another one of those was federal legalization of marijuana.
We were for it.
So that's his first 100 days. Comes March, Joe Biden has found one of his staffers with marijuana in their system and has either suspended. He didn't let him go. He suspended him. I'm going to assume for like 60 days for him to re-drug test and pass to rehire him. Hopefully that's the case. If not, all right. But he did. Shay, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, nigga, you promised. You know what I'm saying? Sir POTUS, sir, you promised. And this
Sir,
is
POTUS, sir.
No bullshit.
I mean, it
This
was
is the way
few
she
reasons to pick you in the first place. That's how I feel.
And you really didn't want to vote.
I didn't want to vote.
Oh, yeah, this is definitely
I didn't
worse.
want to vote. Few reasons to pick you in the first place. And, you know, I knew that it was going to be a bunch of bullshit once we got through February and it wasn't nothing being done. And now we're almost to April and it's not nothing being done so far that I'm seeing. I mean, I know some people are getting their stimmies, but there's a lot of confusion with that. And to fire your staff, you know, in DC, you can kind of do you with the weed. You can kind of do you. They're pretty lenient. Police are very lenient. I mean, you can literally walk around if you want to bar hop. I'm not saying that you should do that during COVID, but even pre-COVID, the I-71 compliancy law has been passed for a while now. So people been out there freely smoking. It smells like weed in the city, straight like that. So, I mean, I just feel like, damn, your staff is not doing anything illegal. I mean, they probably signed a contract that says that they won't do it, even whether it's legal or not. I mean, that's probably part of their contract.
I have an opinion on this.
Yeah, I do as well. We might actually have the same opinion.
Go ahead, cut me off.
Here, let me tell me.
Well, I don't want to cut you off, but
No, we don't want to tell me your opinion.
I'm gonna talk about it.
I want to make sure it's the same one. I just want to see.
Oh, you gonna find out. Here you go. Like here you go.
Stevie, don't fucking start with me.
I'm just saying.
All right,
all right. So, my opinion is, and this is from my background doing what I used to do for them people with the 3 letters in their name. Marijuana is federally illegal. Marijuana is federally illegal. Certain states have decriminalized it.
That was the same part. That was the point I was about to make.
Yeah, no one has fully made it legal. Let's just start there. No one's fully made it legal. They've decriminalized it in several different places in America, and federally it's still legal. It's a federal job if you work in the White House. You cannot smoke weed if you work there. I mean, it's just something that you accept when you work in that federal arena.
That's
that you cannot smoke weed.
It's part of your.
So I mean,
it's
you
part
know
of
what I'm
job.
saying? You have to be in compliance with the federal laws. The same way you can't owe the federal government money and work for the federal government.
Correct.
You also cannot be on drugs that the federal government doesn't appreciate.
Correct.
And I get that, but it is ironic that
I hear what you're
the
saying,
team that been fighting for pro legally smoking weed and for the masses, and I don't know.
I feel like
it's ironic. It's ironic.
It is. The irony of it is what it is. I do agree with Stevie. You work in a federal job structure. There's a lot of things you can't do federally when it comes to marijuana.
Yep.
You can't even invest in certain stocks, marijuana related.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't do it. CBD has no THC properties. You can't do that either because it shows up on a test. There's just a bunch of different things that you sign up for working as a government employee or contractor thereof. It's just a lot of shit you can't do. Also, it's still private organizations as well. Even though they may be legal in these states, Colorado, California, DC's not a state yet, but it will be soon. Maryland is another one that is it legal here? I think it is now.
Yeah.
Private companies essentially can choose what they want to do within their company. Case in point, I'll bring you to another very big topic earlier this year. Twitter and Donald J. Trump, or whatever the fuck his middle name is, where they cut his fucking account off, and everybody was on Twitter like, it's a freedom of speech. No, dumbass, this is a private company. They can do what the fuck they want.
Yep.
He can go outside and talk to the people. He won't be doing it on Twitter.
Yeah,
because it's private. You know what I'm saying? So companies do have their own things, and I feel like that's really important for people to understand that there is the state law and then there is the federal law. And when the feds is popping, baby, the state can't help you do shit.
But they crack down on weed so hard.
No.
They crack down on weed so hard. And that shit's just not right.
They crack down on weed so hard and it's not right.
It's just not right. And there's so many other things that our federal government could be focusing on. Besides the people who are using marijuana.
Those pharmaceuticals need regulation.
Okay.
They do.
I mean,
that shit is OD.
Yes.
Pharmaceuticals is what you could be. You want to catch drug dealers? Go find a doctor.
Okay.
She's
now
preaching.
That is a fact.
She's fucking
That is a fact. Shout out Bobby Brown and his son.
Okay. You want to find a drug dealer? Go find.
No, I'm saying Bobby Brown. He said he was demanding justice.
Yeah.
He wants justice because his son died from an opioid overdose, which got that's rest in peace to Bobby.
But Bobby Brown has had it very rough with his children, and
Bobby Brown has been a bad parent, and that is what happens when you don't do nothing.
No one's there.
Damn.
I wouldn't have went there.
Oh, okay. So what, we're gonna sit there and act like we don't know that he was cracked out all these kids' lives?
But Whitney,
I mean, a lot of parents from the 80s was cracked out. A lot of people's parents.
And a lot of people are damaged from that. I mean,
through the 80s, we was all 80s babies.
Let's be serious. If y'all watch Being Bobby Brown like I watched Being Bobby Brown, you could tell that Whitney was using drugs.
I never said I didn't agree. Baby. I just said so. I
ain't talking shit about Bobby. He's,
I can't really talk shit about Whitney.
I feel like they went through.
I had to divvy this out. I'm so sorry.
No,
this is too good.
You're fine. It is phenomenal.
We gonna give y'all this again.
Yeah, 5-star encore. But I don't know. Bobby's a bad dad. Then I mean, if we're gonna count that,
He was a bad parent to some of his children. I don't know about the children he has now with this model, whoever. You know, he's got more children.
They are
now.
married.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all married. I think.
Yeah.
From what it seems like, the life.
I'm
is
saying
happy
his
and
older
healthy.
children, the ones, you know, that when he
But
was
you know when he
really
said
in
that
the
he
grips of
wasn't
his
the best
addiction.
parent. At
Yeah,
that time. He did
exactly.
say
I mean,
that.
you know, who the fuck wouldn't have
He
done
said he
that?
did his best, and you know,
Yeah.
I think he never wavered. I think is one thing to say. Like he never just
I did my best.
was
Okay.
like. I mean, that's sometimes that's all you got.
But
You
did
know,
you do
he
your
always tried
best,
to
though?
stay. I mean,
When you
addiction.
were held up in that apartment, you know, smoking whatever the fuck and sniffing coke and smoking weed and lacing it with crack. and
I'm not
whatnot.
here to judge nobody.
I'm not judging it either, but what I'm saying is you consider that trying your best? Like, where was your kids when you was in there for? They said they was in Miami for like 3
know
or 4
what, though?
months, the whole summer, locked in the damn room, and Whitney came out as small as a hookah. I'm just saying, like, you know, let's not forget what it is. It's a reason why. these
No,
kids
I
are
mean,
like that.
to be
now you can
honest-
be a great parent and your kid be on, you know, opioid, whatever, the fuck, and end up hooked on that type of stuff as well. But I'm just saying, let's not. I don't know. I just personally, the way I look at
I
it.
do think that there's a lot of reasons why there was so much dark and death surrounding Bobby Brown though. There was a lot of drug use and like a lot of like traumas and damage done during that time. I mean, he wrote a book and then they've done several documentaries and had movies on both ends. So you can see that they were obviously using drugs. Now, I think that also people of his age who went through times like that on drugs and addicted, they have a hard time like admitting what they did at that time with their children. Because just to bring it, you know, this conversation about that full circle on Love and Hip Hop, I was just recently watching DC was talking about how he didn't eat when he was younger and he would go to the neighbor's house to knock on the door and beg for food pretty much. And his mother was right there when he was telling the story. She made him stop telling the story and asked him, why do you hate me? And blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, damn, sometimes that doesn't make her the worst parent either, but you weren't a great mom at that time. So to your point, he wasn't a great dad, but to your point, it was at that time because I feel like Bobby Brown, I don't want to stamp him like that. It was kind of a negative stamp, and that's why I think there was like a little resistance because he's a legend in his right too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
And also, like his kids are dead. Like
it's a hard thing, like to kind of be like, damn.
It's hard for me to just bring up past indiscretions when I know that your children are
That's
gone.
the end result. I'm talking about the things that may have led up to it. I'm saying, where was all of this?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Where was all of this?
I'm not negating that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, we're all saying the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It just sounds harsh. That's all.
Because I said he was a bad parent and he just lost a child. I mean, I get that, but like at the end of the day, we can't sit up here and where the hell were you at when Bobby Chris was all over the world with this man that was supposed to be her brother, but then ended up being her fiance?
He tried to stop that actually. I remember that.
Shit.
They stopped him.
I can't imagine, God forbid, my sister being hooked on drugs and being involved with some men going all around the country, and my father has indescribable resources. You know what I'm saying? He chooses to go on tour.
He didn't. Bobby Brown was.
Bobby Brown been touring since the '80s. He got at least
and
enough money
he's
to
been
go up
broke
in there.
since then.
He got enough money to go up into Atlanta and pull her out by her damn hair and say, "Listen, bitch, we clean the act up."
He did go broke. You know,
he
went broke, but
he said that. He said that a few
still
times.
broke.
It wasn't from bad
I'm
investments.
sure he's not still.
He put it up his
broke.
nose.
Well.
Okay, well, that's Joe. That's for Joe. That's in the STEMmy.
I mean, yeah, Joe.
Rest in peace, Bobby Brown Jr. Because that's what we're gonna end this on.
Okay, I'm okay.
Sorry.
They don't want the truth.
We just.
They don't want it. It's a bitter pill to swallow.
You know what?
But
It's
at the end of the
just
day, he has to
it's
hold.
all
He
how
has,
you look at it, though, because again, yes, he was doing that.
It is all
and
how you
he
look
probably
at it.
fucked his money up, but a lot of people did that and have done that. And for him to be under the public eye, of course, we're gonna scrutinize a little bit, but at the same time, we're gonna say his son is a direct result of that. Like sometimes adults have to deal with
100%.
You know, where
It's
they
not
are.
cut and dry. It's not black and white. It's
Yeah,
not you're right, you're
yes.
wrong. It's more so he holds a certain amount of responsibility, I believe, for these children's deaths and for Whitney's death. If the truth be told, Even though Whitney was on drugs before him and stuff like that, there was a time when he was complicit. There was a time when he knew about it and he didn't do anything. There was a time when he joined in. He has to hold a certain amount of responsibility. If I was him, I would feel terrible. You're the only person that survived all of this bullshit.
I'm
Why
sure
is
he
that?
does on a daily basis, but I don't feel
I'm
like
sure.
it's my part to put it out there, I guess is my only point.
I thought you was about to say my prerogative,
I'm,
girl.
You
We
should
gonna
have. Damn,
end
I
on
wish you
that.
had.
It's not my prerogative to put his business out there, but we love Bobby regardless.
Yeah, man.
And we wish him the best, him and his family.
Well, while we're
I wish
on
everybody
a
did
darker
this.
note, to
Especially
be
everybody
honest,
Correct.
we can talk about Kendrick Johnson.
Yes.
Some of these cases, you know, are being reopened.
Oh,
Not
it's
sure, babe.
I wanted to gather
And
that
this is
whole
a story that I followed like closely. I'm super interested in, and I'm very, very relieved that they're going to open this case back up. It was definitely some fishy shit going on at that time. I think this was like 2016.
Yeah, let me give the people a good rundown.
Yeah,
of what's
give them a
going on.
rundown, sis.
So Kendrick Johnson, his case is the case of the young black teen wrapped up in a PE mat found in his in his gym in Atlanta, and they were saying that some children in his school, white kids, and his Caucasian kids in his school had something to do with his murder, and one of the Caucasian's kids' dads is an FBI, and so that's the case we're referring to. Everyone has seen it. They said that his picture was remitted to Emmett Till's picture because his mother opted to show his face after they discovered him in the gym mat, and it was months after his death. He was just rolled up and they ruled it as accidental. Close the case. Baller Alert tells us new audio confession surfaces in Kendrick Johnson's murder case. The Georgia sheriff who reopened the investigation into Kendrick Johnson's case said he received new information about the case. Johnson, who was 17 at the time, was found rolled up inside a gym mat 8 years ago by classmates in Lowndes High School. His death was ruled an accident, but Johnson's parents suspected foul play. Lowndes, I hate this county, Sheriff Ashley Pulick sided with Johnson's parents and reopened the case earlier this month. Now, according to Pulick, the teen's mother, Jackie Johnson, received an audio recording of someone admitting to Johnson's death. They had a recording that they actually purchased from someone who said it would be as valuable as far as saying who possibly committed the crime and changed their situation. So earlier this summer, I remember affidavits floating around on the internet from white classmates who, I believe the guy's name, his name was Brian something, but there was white classmates who said that Brian, which is the boy who killed him at the time, it was his brother who was telling everybody that his brother killed Kendrick Johnson and it wasn't an accident. And there's 3 different affidavits of students, witnesses who came forward later saying, hey, no, he said this to me too. Hey, he said this to me too. Their dad is actually an retired FBI who got this closed and sealed initially. But what I'm assuming is somebody ended up recording that. I'm assuming that's the only thing this audio could be is recording the brother drunk, because they say he was drunk when he did it, obviously. And a drunken tongue speak that sober mind, honey. And that guilt, that guilt eat you up. So I would only assume that that's what that is. Obviously, there's been no additional information surrounding the recording, only that Kendrick Johnson's mother purchased it, which is terrible that she even had to do that. Or that someone would even charge her for that if they had it. But that's nasty. But I'm glad that they opened it.
There's no way that it was
it's no accident. My child didn't just fall off the fucking bleachers and roll himself up
and beat his face up. I mean, his face was
or remove his organs were removed. That was the big thing about this case, is that when they found him, all of his internal organs were removed, which would have usually those. Obviously, 1, they go on black market, and 2, those will give you the time of death, what was the reason, and they were all gone.
Yeah, it's a really sad case, and the Kendrick Johnson was 16, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, they found him with a shoe off, and yeah, it's fucked up. You
Also,
can tell he was placed there after being killed.
This is also off of the fact that the boy who supposedly killed him, his girlfriend cheated on him with Kendrick. I just want to highlight this and say that men, you have to be careful. If you are in sports, if you are a black man, we hear these stories all the time. You have to use discretion. We hear this story all the time about women of another race claiming foul play or saying something happened that didn't happen or whatever the case. And then now we know this Division I player is fucking on trial for rape, murder, or whatever the fuck they said happened. This is not new. Emmett Till died because a white lady lied on him. It's nothing new. I'm not saying don't date white bitches. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is use discernment.
Yeah, and honestly, to be honest with you, the way that the system is set up for someone who says that they've been sexually assaulted or raped or something like that, is to take these boys or men or women, whoever's being accused, and lock them up until they're proved innocent, pretty much. And it is supposed to be for the safety of the women. So it's so weird that, like, I actually knew somebody that, you know, was accused of rape and sat in jail for 6 months, and it was dismissed. And you know, I wasn't there. I can't say what happened or what didn't happen, but I can say I believe it didn't happen based on what I knew. The police and the systems knew the same thing. I just think it's, you know, it can be used against men of color too.
Central Park 5. That's a really good description.
Prime example.
The Central Park 5. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, that woman did not say that they did that to her. Obviously, unfortunately, she could not. But the lawyer that represented her is the one who was like, okay, well, I need a hard seal in this case, and I need to put somebody in jail. So it's going to be all 5 of these young men, even the ones that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And it's...
Go ahead.
Law enforcement does this. Like, we don't be telling y'all to, like, don't argue with females, or we don't be telling y'all to, like, ignore bitches or don't hit them back for no reason or because you should or because of chivalry. But we tell y'all that because if somebody calls the police, white, black, Mexican, who the fuck ever,
right, neighborhood watch,
they're going to go to you first, and you're going to be the aggressor even if your ass was walking your dog. Period. Because you are a black man in America. We do this for your safety. We do this so that you can come home at night. Because when that motherfucking police car pull up and your ass is in there, we don't know who they shooting at. We know for a fact they are probably going to shoot at the black male.
But
first.
And then also
they start.
My other point to this is that maybe if it's found that somebody was lying, that they be held accountable to the same punishment.
I agree.
That is absurd that they can just walk scot-free after lying and putting people through that type of turmoil and that type of trauma and that type of, like, being locked up like an animal, honestly, for something you didn't do, and it comes out that you are found to be lying. You should be held to those same
You have
standards.
to go to jail. You have to go to jail
for the same amount of time that this man was supposed to go to jail.
You perjured yourself under the court of law. That's a crime, to be quite honest. So what is the minimum on that? 10?
But and I hate to say it, like,
okay,
perjury.
I'm about to find out.
I mean, I guess it depends on whether it's federal.
Let's ask G's. Bing that thing.
But anyway.
All right, yeah.
You have anything to add to this topic, black man?
They're opening Kanika Jenkins case up as well. I believe you said off air. And I just want to, while we're talking about Kendrick and we're talking about cases and things like that, the two common things in those two cases, they were completely separate, completely different locations, completely different circumstances. However, they were two young black adults with organs. And
Found it.
I feel like Kanika Jenkins was found missing at that hotel.
This is the young girl in Chicago. Yes, in the freezer.
Kanika.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I'm glad that they're opening that up.
There was literally an organ donor, like, location within walking distance, and to me, that's just something. There were a lot of black young girls that went missing in Washington D.C. as well. Between the time of these cases, like, all this stuff that we're talking about was in the last 6 years, 6 years. It's honestly something that the human trafficking thing, that's something that's really happening, and Black people's organs are on the black market and are, you know, of high value.
They sell melanin.
Just so we're clear.
I found out how long the sentence is for perjury. Federal law is 5 years and fines or restitution. And then state law, it varies, but the possible prison sentence for state is at least 1 year plus fines and probation, which is another year. So I think that 5 years, if you lie and you steal someone's life,
it's not enough.
It's not enough. I think it should be 10, but because, bitch, what you lying for? Are you not?
Bitch, what?
The fuck is wrong with you? But
anyways,
anywho, I'm glad all of these are being opened and investigated because we deserve better as Black people in America.
I would agree.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I mean, basically y'all covered the shit. This shit is fucked up.
Yeah. Let's go into a Black excellence and try to lighten the mood. Okay, you guys.
Yes.
You had a great Black excellence fact for us.
Well, when I say, man, you got me like
Yep.
What you want from me? Okay. So I wanted to let everybody know that. What?
Sorry, I love our little like orchestra,
Random,
choir.
Yeah.
Unfamiliar choir.
Unfamiliar choir.
That today marks 5 years straight that Rihanna's Anti has been on the Billboard 200 list for 5 years.
Congratulations, girl.
It's been sitting up there. And
that's right.
She ain't got no new music out, so that's probably why it's up there, because we have to keep listening to old shit. But
it's okay. Y'all complaining because she's not gonna see
us.
A lot
of people don't have no music out for real.
She ain't gonna see us on the internet because that's out. So I ain't complaining, girl. I'm ready when you're ready. Okay.
But anyway,
take your time.
She's the only artist that's ever done that. I want to say, or the only Black female artist that's ever done that. But anyway, it's Black excellence because nonetheless,
it's Rihanna.
It's Rihanna.
It's Rihanna, and that's amazing.
She also
that she can release it in 5 years and it'll be up there for 5 years.
It is. That's amazing. But you know, Rihanna has been in a lot of our Black excellence. She surpassed $1 billion with Fenty, Savage, and music.
They recently filed for a new some new trademarking for like hair, I want to say.
Yes, Fenty hair is coming. We've got Fenty skin, we've got Fenty makeup, we've got Fenty hair that's coming. I don't know if it'll be called Fenty hair, but we do have that. Then we have Savage Fenty, and then we have Fenty that was or is still part of the LVMH house. So Louis Vuitton, Maison Margiela and stuff, that famous house. She was the first Black woman. I always say Black woman first before woman because it's more important that she was a Black one. She was the first and only Black woman, only woman to actually have a line inside of that fashion house. So
no, that's right, Bree. We gotta give Bree her roses while she's here.
We love Rihanna.
We do.
And I love how she be cussing y'all out and telling y'all ghetto as fuck, because y'all do be ghetto as fuck.
Ghetto down. And I love that
Release a new song, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I would
cut Stevie out away from us.
Well, I want to hear the new music. I want to dance
like everybody else.
Desperado.
Sitting in the Monte Carlo. Hey!
I want to dance some new shit. I want some new shit.
I do. And I always talk about it online. Like Frank Ocean and Rihanna could really drop some music.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah, that's that last album.
Me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. You guys didn't give it a chance. I'm still listening to Blonde.
I did give it a chance. I gave it a chance.
Several.
I listened to it. I listened to it on a road trip. I literally listened to it straight on a road trip.
No, but you gotta be in the right mindset. He'd be ahead of his time sometimes. You gotta go back sometimes and listen to it. We listened to it on the way home. How about that?
I'll take your word for this.
That's what we're listening to on the way home.
Okay, what do you mean? It didn't move me the first time. I'm saying it didn't move me like Channel Orange. I mean, Channel Orange. Let me tell you something.
Classic.
100% classic.
And Blonde may not
slept
be
on. I feel like it should have got more like.
Channel Orange was huge.
Yeah, it definitely got more love than it did.
He toured.
He should have had his
toured
5
more.
and 6 Grammy night.
He didn't want to interview. He didn't even do one fucking interview. That's why I didn't do anything. Nobody knew.
I think it's because he came out. I think that killed his career.
No, hell no.
What?
Tyler, the Creator,
they
won a
still
Grammy after he came out.
Right.
Yeah,
then cuss them people out for calling him urban.
I'm talking about the time. Like at the time when he came out, it was, I'm not gonna say it was.
He started the wave.
I agree.
He was in the beginning of it when
People
started
did
doing-
chastise him and like make fun of him and like
100%.
it was
They
definitely
were talking
that
big
energy.
shit, like they weren't talking about the tornado that spun around the room before they came.
They don't
Right,
care.
right before that. They did care.
They don't
felt
care
the
no
way.
more. They didn't care after that shit. They made that little jokes and was like, all right, so when this nigga coming out with something else?
I mean, I did want to hear his next music, but
But
what he
they
did
probably
was-
did push
No,
him
no.
into
And
like,
then when he performed Forrest Gump at the Grammys, and he looked terrified. He looked terrified. I mean, I'm sure he might have been, and I'm not trying to say.
And
like,
that may
whatever.
be what it is, and I agree with you.
You know
He
what I'm
didn't-
saying?
he
That
didn't
was a
take his
really
moment.
bad performance. And you performed the song where you're singing about a man.
I did think that had something to do with it because Blonde, he didn't show us his face on any promo or anything. It just,
But you know what? When he came out with
What's
Blonde, he was locked into a contract with Apple.
oh, he was in that Apple contract.
He was in an Apple contract to drop more albums with them exclusively. And so what he did was he came out with 2 more albums because he had to do 3 with Apple. He did Blonde, and then he came out with 2 other albums that was like visual albums. And he had some really cool live music playing in the background of him like working on an art project or some shit. I love Frank. I think that some people don't do well in the limelight.
I
I'm not
too am
sure
locked
how-
into a contract with Apple. I'm trying to get a new phone, and I'm in a contract too, so I feel what he's saying.
And man, fuck Apple. We blinking all that Apple shit out.
No, for us, fuck Apple. 'cause
It's
I used to
fuck
work for
Apple.
them.
They need to come out with a
everything.
sidekick.
Mm-mm.
Apple,
But
give us the sidekick. I know y'all got one.
they're
Somewhere.
not giving it.
And while we're on Black Excellence, we're going to do another round of shout outs to 7 Springs.
Yes, my wines again. You see, I'm sipping. I don't never sip no wine this slow.
Mm-hmm.
7 Springs Farms and Vineyards.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, right
It's your
here.
black on wine. Get your black on
Delicioso.
Black on
wine.
wine.
Delicioso.
Delicious.
It's giving passion.
Delicious. And when you get y'all a Pinot Grigio, call your girl.
Make sure you tell them unFEMiliar sent you.
Tell them unFEMiliar sent you.
Thank
Sweet red
you.
blend. They got a sweet red blend.
I hope y'all got a sweet word blend.
So
If not, name is Stevie.
we jumped
Stevie
the
and
gun.
7 Springs.
I
I can
jumped the
be in
gun.
a contract with them.
I would love to. I'd love to be an
Black on
exclusive
everything.
contract with
I'm
7
black.
Springs. We jumped the gun, y'all. We were supposed to talk about Saweetie and Quavo.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into that. Go
Take
ahead.
that
Ladies
baby off
first.
the ball. So
Sweetie
rock the flex.
Yes.
chose
It's
herself, okay? Sweetie chose herself, and she sent him back to the street.
Okay, we need
So
to run it
Weedy
back.
was selfish.
Run it back. Run it back. For those of you who don't know, Sweetie and Quavo been dating. And obviously Quavo has been cheating.
Take care.
And we didn't find out
Take
that they
care.
broke up until after she did an interview. And here's where I think some things may have happened. She dropped this footage. They dropped footage. Someone dropped footage of Saweetie on this show with Justin Combs. This is her ex. Okay, she was still with Quavo at the time. They dropped this footage of her being questioned. They're smoking and drinking and chilling outside in LA somewhere. And they asked Saweetie, you know, if you're dating a man and he does everything right, everything. I mean, that means he's giving you good dick, he's paying the bills, he's faithful, he's communicating with you, all these things she named. They said, you know, would you let him have a threesome? And if so, who would you pick? And she made a statement in reply to that and basically said, because he's such a good nigga, I'm gonna let him pick the nigga we having a threesome with. First of all, the internet went crazy over that. Saying Saweetie that's like not ladylike and that's not what niggas want from their woman, blah, blah, blah. And the next day,
I got so much to say about that.
the next day, she put out there that she was single. And Quavo put out there that he was single. And then there was rumors floating around that he
All
took
right.
back the Bentley.
Because I do appreciate,
What you did back there.
I do appreciate. So it wasn't like all back to back like that. I don't know when they broke up. I don't think any of us really do or will.
I'm saying when we found out it was back to back.
Well,
But I'm not
we
sure
did,
what
yeah,
their
we
actual
found out
timeline
back to
was.
back, and I think her statement was that when you're something along the lines of when you're true and faithful to someone, you don't give intimacy to other women, which alluded that he cheated.
Mhm.
He came back and was like in pure raggedy nigga form and was just says something along the lines of, I'm disappointed that you would say all of this. Like, she said a whole lot. She probably could have aired your shit out, and she didn't. Came back, blamed her.
I thought
for
he
the
was
shit
saying he
and
was
said-
disappointed from her video with Justin Combs. So I didn't know what he was saying that too.
I can't say that, and I don't think so either, because we probably know that was recorded well in advance.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, he basically said something like, I'm disappointed that you would do all of this. I had love for you. I thought you was real. And I wish you the best. And she replied with, Take care. I know you've been hurt
by someone else. Hey, take care, baby.
Take care.
She hit that nigga with the peace sign. Deuces.
No, don't get fucked by niggas either. So
Right.
there's that.
I'm
but no,
sweetie.
she chose herself, like so many women do need to do that are in terrible relationships. Obviously, it's not everybody in a terrible relationship. Obviously, all niggas ain't trash, but
what
you gotta choose yourself sometimes, just like niggas.
All of that is speculation. We don't know exactly what the fuck happened. We don't know nothing about what exactly.
I'm using context clues.
We're assuming that he cheated. We're assuming that she did not cheat back. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know what happened. We don't know who cheated first, or if there was even cheating at all.
We don't. We're assuming.
You know what I'm saying? For all we know,
I mean, she definitely alluded to her.
We can assume easily.
She alluded. Come on now.
Why you can easily assume?
We can easily assume.
Why do you want to go with the facts? We don't know.
Context clues.
Okay, go
when
ahead.
you giving your intimacy to somebody else, it's not real.
Read
Why the
between
fuck
the
would you
lines.
say that if your nigga wasn't cheating on you?
Listen, the whole question.
But we
to me
don't
is
know
flawed
if she cheated
anyway.
back, so there's that. I will give you that.
100%. So and for really,
sweetie, we won't never.
Really, she could have just been bullshitting anyway, because she seems to me to just like niggas with money and like nice things, and she seems to just throw niggas away like used drawers. Is the way that I look at it. So
that might be the case too.
Okay, so then let's get back to the original question anyway, because I feel like it's an interesting question that they asked, and my viewpoint on it, which actually leads to what we're going to be talking about on live, which will have already happened by the time y'all see this.
Yes. That's up next, baby.
Yeah, exactly. The Derek Jackson thing, the question, if he's doing everything right, would you give him a threesome? As if someone can earn these type of things.
How about we give him a second chance?
That's what you should be concerned about. Would you be willing to give him a second chance or to stay in your relationship? Not using your body as currency because he's decided to take out the trash and do all the things you asked him to do this week. Now you think that he should fuck somebody else and he can fuck
Vagina
you.
is
He
not
can do
a
whatever
gift.
he wants to do.
I don't know what part of that women don't understand, so let me go ahead and say it again. Vagina is not a gift.
But
niggas will fuck anything.
Okay, but sis, the question was asked by niggas to a woman about would she, if I do everything right, will you let me fuck another bitch?
And my response
that's
is
the question, nigga. That's the mindset of the niggas. So why don't women use it as currency? Why not? If that's how niggas is, you
because let me tell you about the ideology,
because it's hurtful to women. It hurts women.
The money's not hurting. The money's not fucking hurting. It's helping.
So you right now you want to say your vagina is currency, but if a nigga came through this fucking door that you didn't know and was like, that pussy is currency, you would say they're objectifying you. Do you want to be objectified or do you not? Because y'all gotta pick a fucking struggle. Like
if you make yourself,
not you in particular, but women.
And it's a dangerous
like y'all gotta pick a struggle. Y'all gonna tell men all day on the internet that you guys are objectifying women, and that's not. And then say
you don't think it's two different crowds of women saying that shit though? It's the fucking pick-me's.
What the fuck we want? Am I pick-me, Shay?
I'm not saying that. It's pick-me's who's saying you guys are objectifying women. Do you think that's all niggas do?
Pick-me's is not saying that.
Shit.
Pick-me's is whatever the niggas is saying. Niggas is not saying niggas is objectifying women. So pick-me's is not saying that.
Okay, yeah, you
what
right.
she should have said was that question definitely objectifies women. This is my thing about it. When you put yourself in a position to say like, oh, your body is currency, someone can earn you, someone can win you, someone can lose you, shit like that, that basically puts you in a position where now I feel like if I did everything that you did right, now I feel like you owe me this.
Yes.
And because you owe me this, men use that as an excuse to rape women. Men use that as an excuse to continue to ask for things that women have already said no, which is essentially raping, they would say, pressuring them to have sex or raping women.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That 100%, that's exactly what happens. if you make yourself a prize to be won, you put yourself in a position to end up owing somebody. Remember a few years back, plenty of years back, when Kanye said, I feel like it's the bitches that owe me sex, and we all went up and said, how can someone owe you? No one can owe you their body, this, that, and the third. And then you go back and you entertain these kind of conversations and questions. Someone should have straightened that out right then and there. I can't owe you a motherfucking thing. If I want to have a threesome with you, I can invite you to a threesome, and we can decide who we're gonna fuck together because that's what we both want to do.
Not because you Tiana Taylor and Iman shit. You fucking the bitches together, and then you send them the fucking Uber. If that's what you want to do in your relationship, great. If y'all do it together, but there's not a situation where, hey, I'm doing these basic fucking bare minimum shit. The fucking bar is in hell. I'd rather pick fucking rice one by fucking one. I'd rather.
Someone said
they'd rather off the beach.
They'd rather ride 100 miles bare coochie to the gravel.
Bitch, I'd rather open my eyelids and drag them across the carpet. No, absolutely the fuck not. This is not. No, all I can offer is not just a box of vagina. So if you are doing the bare minimum, thank you. I appreciate you. And you know,
so her take on the question, Sweetie's take.
Maybe a thank you. I don't know.
Sweetie's take on responding to the question was basically, okay, since he's so great, I'm gonna do him a solid and let him pick the nigga. I really enjoyed that. I thought
it was a very smart way to answer the question.
It was a very smart way.
It was banter, and niggas are taking it again as some.
She did it. She's trolling them.
Yes, it's a
and
troll.
Everybody's taking it so serious. Sweetie trolled the fuck out of the internet, and I appreciate Sweetie, and I appreciate in the way that she gets money because she be her, she do her, wear that shit, duck this honey bun. Let me dip this honey bun in this Italian dressing because it's gonna be bomb because that's how we do it in the hood.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about that. She eats some very strange things, but
I like her online
she keeps
content.
Her online. She getting these endorsements based off of her, personality, and that's dope. There are people who very much enjoy a lot of her music. I do enjoy certain songs. There are people who enjoy her music. We like Sweetie. I do enjoy certain things.
I don't enjoy her music at all. I wish sis would be an actress. She's so beautiful.
She's actually very good. Have you guys seen her in BlAckish?
No.
She actually does well in BlAckish. I would like to see her in some more films and
I'd like to see her on the big screen just because of the way she looked. Her personality is great.
She should be modeling. She's very pretty.
I would like to see her with some maybe.
Her body doesn't really say high fashion.
Maybe she could be,
she could be like
a Fenty ambassador.
Yeah, she could.
I mean, a savage.
Baby fat.
I think she is a savage. She's modeled for street brands before. Like, she used to model for the Marathon, I think, when she was in college. Baby fat. But you know what? Baby fat made a comeback. Don't y'all do Kimora? Kimora. Y'all be doing my girl like that.
She can model for Apple Bottom.
We'll keep it back to
House of Darion.
You know what? Y'all are not gonna play Baby Fat, and you're definitely not gonna play Sweet. Listen, you know what she should have done? Beyonce, I love you, girl, but I'm gonna have to get you on this. Beyonce, why would you not invite Sweetie for the Icy Park release?
I heard Sweetie had actually booked an engagement. She was actually modeling for She by Sheree. She was modeling their joggers. Spring, summer.
Not joggers.
Spring, summer. They're coming out.
Not that she.
That's why she was not at the Beyonce brunch.
Beyonce, I would have loved to see Sweetie.
I did love Gucci.
And Gucci. I'm not saying nothing. It has nothing to do with Gucci. Don't all lives matter, just sis. I would have just loved to see Sweetie, and I would have loved to see Sweetie and Gucci together on the Icy Bike.
Yeah,
with the Icy Girl. I would have fucked with that.
Even Cash Doll. Icy. I mean, Cash Doll got a little icy jump. What's wrong with Cash Doll? We don't.
No, I don't know.
All right. You seen Cash Doll doing the trainer jump? I
don't disrespect Detroit, so I'm not gonna say nothing. Shout out to Cash Doll.
Shout out to Cash Doll. We're gonna move on. I don't
disrespect Detroit.
All right.
I'm
rocking with you, Cash Doll.
I do like certain. She got some dope stuff. She's a pretty lady.
She cool.
I'm unfamiliar with all of them.
Coin. She getting that cash.
She got a dope ass stylist.
So we and Quavo, we just. First of all, I think if the internet wasn't involved, they could easily have gotten back together. I really enjoyed them as a couple. I thought he really was in love with her.
And he probably was. He probably just was still cheating, but we don't know that either. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
It's just so shitty. Like, how can you be in love like that and just still dog out your bitch and let people see you in Mexico with 3 really low quality looking prostitutes?
What story was you reading?
That's how they come to Mexico.
Well, somebody wrote on Twitter that basically they didn't want to put Quavo out a couple months ago, but they seen him in Mexico with 3 really low quality prostitutes.
That's why they come
Why
to
do y'all
Mexico.
go on vacations to these countries and then fuck whores? Literally whores. I don't.
Pussy ain't got no face. I don't do it, but I'm
But
just
it's
saying.
dirty.
I know people that have.
I'm just saying. I know pussy ain't got no face, but do y'all not care about the cleanliness of your body?
They
It's
use
just
condoms.
dirty. It's still dirty. Cause
It
I know
is
you.
definitely dirty.
Because I
They
know
use
you kissing the
condoms.
bitches in the mouth. Cause y'all got no home
Well, you know
training.
what?
'Cause
You
if
Who
can't-
says kissing prostitutes?
They don't have home training. If they did, they would
Nobody's
have
kissing
never.
prostitutes.
We
Better
never
not
say
be.
never.
Y'all better not
Never
be
say- you
doing
don't know.
that.
They're not kissing prostitutes.
Y'all better not be doing that.
They kissing. They kissing.
They're not
prostitutes.
kissing.
But so look, I just never understood that y'all go to these countries, these other, and it be these other. Y'all go to these other countries and y'all just find literal whores. Like you literally pay for sex. I just don't get it.
The whores find them.
Yes, exactly.
The whores are always gonna
They're
find
like
you
the bottle girls, and then next thing you know, they're the
dirty.
bottle girls.
Or if you go to the strip club, you know these bitches in Mexico are fucking in the strip club. Like what you got
Bitches fucking
American
in the
money.
I'm about to say stuff.
No. But I'm saying like they fucking in the strip club for cheap in Mexico. Like you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You know I know. I've heard some stories. I know some people, but that was never me. Just saying.
Just move it from the mouse.
It's fine.
Yeah. So, Quavo and CD, take care.
Take care.
Take car.
Take care. Okay.
Take
And
car.
we're gonna go ahead and rock into our live segment
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
get
do it.
on
One
the
of y'all's-
internet for
on
the
one of
people.
y'all's phone
Oh,
now.
Stevie.
Meow.
Followers.
What, huh?
I said Stevie enjoying it.
Derrick Jackson, Derrick Jackson,
You wanna go live from my page?
Derrick Jackson,
From my
Derrick
page?
Jackson.
Or from unFEMiliar?
Are we doing?
No, we should. That's a good question.
We should have talked about this before.
I mean, it's fine.
Maybe.
I mean, your page has more followers,
yeah.
but
It does.
I wonder can we tag people in it?
Let's see.
We ain't never done
We
this,
never
y'all.
did this,
is
y'all.
trial
This is
and
like a
error.
fucking first or whatever.
But we want to be able to go live with
Why
you
don't we
guys.
Oh, what's your Wi-Fi?
Oh, sorry, Colvin.
Oh, just share it on your phone when I hit the thing.
Check. Hello, check. Hello.
Shit. Oh.
Let's go to the next version.
Bear with
Because now
us.
it's
Technical
fucking funny.
difficulties.
Because I always be trying to do dumb shit like this.
Bear with us
Hold on, hit the button.
for technical difficulties.
They'll never be trying to do what the fuck they supposed to be doing.
You're on it right now?
I'm
Trust
wearing
niggas.
She by Sheree 2 right now. Robe set.
Ray. Oh, thank you.
I ain't got no juice.
Come on, niggas, and figure it out. Hey. Hey. Come on, niggas, and figure it out.
All right. So, which I want to get into? You want to get into
Derrick Jackson.
Yes, but you
Right away. Right away.
I'm unFEMiliar.
What's his wife's name? Shit. Can you go to her page, please?
Who?
Go to
What wife?
Find him.
Oh, Derrick Jackson.
I need to know how to say her name because it's like Nadia or Nadia.
Girl, that lady
We'll
with the
add this
beret.
part. We'll take this part out.
The lady with the beret bonnet. Yeah, her. Okay. The bonnet beret. Dania Jackson.
Dania.
Okay. So
I done called the girl Nadine.
she actually did an update
Woo!
to her. She did. I don't know.
In the camo? You talking about the update in the camo?
Where you want to put it?
I don't know.
It's still
Put it
here.
or something. We're really
Move the
Back
glasses.
far
all
enough.
the people.
Back far enough. And we gotta still be able to read the peoples. I'm going live from the
You want to
unFEMiliar
brighten
page.
your screen? You want to brighten your screen? All right.
I mean,
Oh, it's bright. You have a
Shay, put this singing bowl behind that little thing. Behind the.
I'm gonna just set it down here.
Well, I
I
want
don't
you to
wanna
put it
reach
behind
over
that
there.
so it wouldn't fall over, but okay.
So I
I'll
do it
make
this
sure
way?
it won't.
Yeah, probably.
Oh. Remember that? Danny Kings? Oh.
Hold on, it needs to be turned for Stevie. Let's try it.
We can move over a little bit.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, we can move this out of the way. Move over a little bit.
Okay, let's go back. We're
Scoot
gonna go back.
on back. Scooch on back.
We're gonna scoot on back.
All right, we're now live. Get in here, get in here, get it. Sorry, no.
Or unfamiliar.
Huh? This is unfamiliar.
Oh, this is unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar. Unfamiliar. Wait for the people to get the going in. I'm assuming that they come in. Hey, hey.
Hi.
Welcome in, welcome in, welcome
Hey, y'all,
in.
what up, dude?
Candy
What
rain,
up?
drip, drip.
Hey, Candy Rain, we're going live.
Hey, girl.
We're here to talk about Derek Jackson and them.
Derek Jackson and them.
Hi. Yeah. You know what?
What?
I don't think I'm that strong.
What you mean?
I think Dania
Jackson.
Jackson basically got on there and said how her follow-up video to the whole thing. I guess we gotta kind of break it down to begin with.
Sure.
Okay, let's start off with Derek Jackson. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Okay, this man is a relationship advice
Allegedly.
person on YouTube. He preaches and talks about black men don't cheat, and that how, like, basically the steps to be a good black man and a good black man to a black woman or in a relationship. And he just recently came out, I think yesterday, maybe today. Yesterday though, right?
Hey, Kenzie.
Hi,
Hey,
y'all.
Amber. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing and whatnot and so forth?
He basically, Derek Jackson came out on a YouTube video with his wife, hand in hand, to air out his
Well, really, he had a gun up under here like this.
indiscretion.
The baby was held hostage because I don't know what the fuck.
She's
that
still
was
being
about.
held hostage
Hey,
to
boo.
this day.
Her and that bonnet beret, I'm sick of it. I'm
So
fucking
basically-
sick of it, bitch, if you don't throw a wig on and a hat.
They showed up to the interview and he was dressed very nicely, I felt, and she was dressed in a black sweatshirt and what looked to be a bonnet. People are saying it's a beret or whatever, a knit cap. Like, what the fuck are you? Why are you wearing that?
She looked like
No matter what it was, why the fuck are you
A
wearing
knit cap? What the fuck? Why are you wearing that?
What's the name of the cartoon? The dude had that red, it was a cartoon back in the day. He had that red fucking,
What do you have on?
that? Beanie.
beanie on.
It's like Ed, Ed, Eddie or some shit.
No, it wasn't Ed. It was a black one. I forgot. If y'all know.
The Parker's PJs?
No, it wasn't the PJs. If y'all know, let us know, because I forgot.
Well,
But she had that shit pulled all, and then it was pulled all the way down. Like,
But-
girl, why is it down so
to
low
your
in the
eyebrows.
house? And it's knit. Why do you have that on in the house?
She didn't give two fucks. She didn't actually want to even be there, as far as I'm concerned.
I wasn't here for it. I
It
wasn't
was
here.
very giving. Blink twice if you need assistance. Fat Albert, thank you, sis.
Hey,
Thank you,
hey, hey.
sis. Yes. Come on, Amber coming through with the Snapple Cap fact checking in the background. That's what we need. girl.
Okay, you talk about Fat Albert where they pulled the damn hat over his eyes.
That's what that
and
bitch
shit.
looked like with that hat all the way down to her motherfucking eyebrow.
Okay, but if you're hold my hand, please. If you're holding hands,
It's the pandemic.
okay.
It's like-
He was like this. Sorry, he was like this over her. Okay, this is how they sat. And as he was explaining, he was like this. Yeah. So you know what? And I was wrong, you know, and I have to put myself on blast, and she still supports me, and her hand was just swinging around wherever this nigga put the hand, and I felt like that's how you know,
That's what she was like. Mm-hmm.
okay? She still loved me.
Mm-hmm.
She took me back, motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Black men don't cheat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did. Palm sweaty as fuck.
Okay.
She didn't know what the fuck was going on. She was like, damn. It was a moment where she had that Beyonce moment where she was like, Oh my God, this is my life. Like, bitch, yes, actually, and you're on all of the internet.
It's just your motherfucking life. And why the fuck would you let this man talk you into coming on there while he talked about all the women he'd been with?
And then it wasn't even like he was sparing us the details. He was like, yeah, and I'm not just talking about hanging out and having drinks. I'm talking about nasty, sweaty stuff. All right. You could have let them come today.
Did all the details for everybody? Like, no, sir. Absolutely not.
She did look a hot ass mess. Absolutely.
She looked crazy as shit.
But let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Right,
we know she looked crazy and she looked like she was a hostage. But let's get to the meat and potatoes.
She did look like she
Talk about
she looked like she was in Get Out.
And she couldn't get out. Derek.
A whole cult. Yeah, she did look like she was part of a cult for sure.
Period.
Derek Jackson. You know, he does the whole black men don't cheat thing and the whole, you know, this is how you're supposed to be. This is the kind of man that you're supposed to look for if you're a woman. And the women eat it up and they buy the books and they do the things and all of the whatever the fuck. And they just love. He's like, well, he got several books.
Yeah, I've been seeing Derek Jackson face all over the internet. Had no clue who the fucking
he got several books. I have a friend that read his book actually, when she was very disappointed when she found out that he cheated.
What's this?
But yeah, but then
Think
now,
Like a Man. You should have bought Steve Harvey's book. Shit.
Let me write a book, bitch. I'm gonna tell you what time it really is.
I'm gonna tell you what time
Steve
it is.
Harvey ass don't know because he could have advised his damn daughter not to be out here. Anyway, step over that.
Back to
We're
the
not talking about Lori.
Back to your old hood. Lori, you're doing great, sweetie.
No.
I don't see it for her. Anyway,
It's not on brand.
it's not on nobody's brand.
It's not on brand.
What did she say?
She said, I've been knew he was full of it and board games.
What Rain say?
Oh, he has board games?
I thought
guess.
he was joking in those books. Right.
I thought there was some be Simone
on the last page,
shit.
it was like JK. No, so
I thought it was like the chicken noodles, like the chicken noodle soup for the soul, like the journals. You write like the books is like journals. Like he don't really say nothing. You just supposed to write your feelings.
Man, who the fuck?
I have to buy a whole $20 book to write my feelings. I could just buy a journal.
Anyway,
TJ Maxx.
they eat up that bullshit, that fairy tale bullshit that he says, but they hate when Kevin Samuels lets you know what time it is, tells you to rate yourself and all of that shit. They hate when Kevin Samuels gives you a dose of what time it really the fuck is. He said black men don't cheat. Kevin Samuels said all high value men cheat. That's what the fuck he said. Okay.
And
they hate
some low value ones cheat too.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, 100%. That's true. That's true. Anybody can cheat. I mean, women cheat too. The fuck ain't just
black men definitely cheating.
But shut up, not
Black men is definitely cheating.
Black women is definitely cheating.
No, what'd you say before I got on the podcast? You're like, you always trying to bash men.
Yes.
But they be cheating. Derek Jackson's not on
women
brand.
be cheating too.
Derek Jackson's not on brand for black men.
His brand is unattainable. He's put himself on a pedestal and he fell down.
His brand is some shit he can't even get to.
That's what I'm saying. He put himself on a pedestal and he fell down.
Fantasy fairy tale
And I don't mean unattainable in the sense
Candy
that
said he was like psych.
I don't mean unattainable in the sense that he could never not cheat. I know that you cannot cheat, but I'm saying he made himself basically seem like the consummate, ultimate husband, man, all the fucking advice, all the other bullshit, and it's the show that came in.
I thought we was gonna take it when we was getting on the lives.
Take yours now. Take yours now.
I mean, I ain't got no choices. You see how niggas do me? Thank y'all.
Cheers.
I thought
Take
it was
one with me, y'all.
They hate. I'm sorry. They hate when Kevin Sams comes up there and lets you know exactly what time it is. You call. First of all, you call in and ask him for help, and then he reads you out for filth. And if you know anything about him, you know that that's what's going to happen. And then you get your feelings and you say, "Oh my God, I can't believe that he told that girl that and he said this, that, and the third." And it'd be facts. Like it'd be facts. I've never listened to Kevin Sams and been like, "Oh, that was harsh," and it was way off. If it was harsh, it was definitely still spot on. The truth be hurting.
I think so. I think you're right. I think I'm just getting acclimated to both Kevin Samuels and Derek Jackson. I really didn't know a whole lot about them. I've seen them a lot online though. My thing is, I think they're both off-brand for me, and that's okay with me. I'm not here. I don't need to pick up what either one of their asses is putting down. Thanks, no, but no thanks. I'm good. And now, if you're somebody that needs to go seek advice from somebody who you don't know, then good, go for it. But like these niggas is not therapists. They're not gonna help you make any personal breakthroughs. So to me, I don't understand how the masses are following it like a horoscope. It's not like where we can all be blanketed in under this advice. It's all what's the word when it's like it's all subject to change per person. I don't know how else you can say that.
Well, I think
it's all subjective. Thank you.
I think because for Kevin's point, like he has different people on his shows each time, he's reading them all for filth, but the read is always different, right, per person. I think
it'd be on.
It'd be a similar point across the board.
Because everybody think they the motherfucking prize.
I get it, and those people that go on there, they want to be told that. I'm just saying, like, to me, it's all like it's like a fucking scheme or a scam. It's like when that 1-800 number came on BET at night, and you could call Miss Cleo and get your palm read over the phone.
Well, you can't get mad at him for having.
They sell a holy water on
is
TV.
calling. You can't get mad because niggas is ready to be scammed.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying, we're buying into it, and to me, they're both full of shit. I do on different ends of the spectrum.
I do agree with the sentiment of like, don't buy into this foolery type of shit. Mm-hmm. It is entertaining to watch, just like we watch the reality TVs in situations. It's entertaining. No matter how foolish it is.
And I think that I do follow more of what Kevin Samuels is trying to get out to the masses versus what somebody like Derek Jackson is trying to get out. Because online you can present yourself to be whatever the fuck you want, right? But you have to back up the shit you're saying. Mm-hmm. And Kevin Samuels seems to be backing up what he's saying. He looks presentable, and he, you know what I mean? Like, he looks like he can give that type of advice. So from the outside looking in, I just feel like I would automatically assume that this black man who's saying black men don't cheat is full of shit. Sorry. That's my initial, hell no.
100%.
Because you're not even attempting to give the real. You're literally just trying to put a mask in a wool.
It's like just for marketing purposes.
Yeah,
like,
I've seen him on a couple of things before, but for the most of the things that I have seen him on have been like, you know, he'll make commentary about, you know, like people's parenting and things like the people who embarrass their kids and put on the internet and shit like that. And so I've seen it, but I haven't really taken any of his, like, I'm not like, oh, Derek Jackson said this, I need to do. No.
But I think people were doing that with Steve Harvey, and it's almost the same
First of
sentiment.
all, if you followed Steve Harvey's story, you would not be listening to Steve Harvey.
Right.
Precisely.
Fucking one.
Right.
But they love that
but
shit.
But it's a very entertaining movie that I watch.
They love that shit. They love the way it sounds. They love that shit. They go for it every time. The fuck, Steve Harvey got a whole movie made out of that fucking book.
And the movie is great. I like the movie. It's funny as shit. I watched today.
Both of them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like I don't know. You have to be wary about telling your personal relationship stories and things like that anyway, because people love to run that shit or take that shit and run it somewhere it don't belong or whatever the fuck.
I think also it's a trend right now on YouTube to share your relationship online. And just like ASMR and mukbang and whatever else is like trending on YouTube, it's a similar thing. People are doing pranks on YouTube. It's also trending like weird shit. But couples are doing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Thanks for tuning in.
We're coming back.
Yeah, we're definitely coming back. Switch over to @It'sMeStevieT because that's where I'm going live.
On everything.
It's
me.
Stevie T.
Yes.
Save it though. Can we?
I think so.
You exit it out. See if you can save it.
Okay. Download video.
Boop, 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 boop. I'm so hot.
Oh, we can share that. We can also
I'm so motherfucking hot. Let me stop showing y'all my goodies.
I need that charger.
My goodies.
Maybe I can charge my little shit and get us some people to come fuck with us on It's Me Stevie. My phone died when I was sending out the flyers. Hey, catch you on a live.
Stevie gonna get us a little bit of activity.
I hope. Shit, there's so much pressure. Derek Jackson versus what's the Kevin Samuels?
I like going live.
I've never went live.
The whole thing is sideways, though. I think we should do it straight up and down, to be honest with you. That way we can read it. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was hard. Back to the streets. Send them back to his hood.
Title. This is what I didn't do the last one. Derek.
This bitch is candy.
It's like milk out of titty, baby.
This bitch.
Y'all done got me all drunk. Drinking
Not
all
with
this Seven Springs and shit. My forehead sweating.
That 7 Springs hit the 12.5. I was not prepared.
I was not.
Okay. We're gonna get in close.
Yeah, you
We're gonna
screwed.
talk shit.
Your phone is
Is it
moving.
falling?
Oh.
But I was like, what's happening? I thought that you were like leaning at first. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
We're gonna finish our coffee.
We're gonna come in.
Sorry.
We're gonna come in close.
It
You
was
ready?
just a little tickle.
Come
You ready?
close to
It wasn't
me,
nothing but a tickle.
Baby, come close
You ready?
to me.
Okay.
Are we up?
Well, that's not red.
I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know, y'all.
Oh,
it's not live.
It's not
It's not
live.
live. What? How? It has to be. First of all, it says. Let me flip back over to my shit. What happened just now? Okay. All right, let's move to live. Okay.
Moving to live.
Details. Details.
Period. Okay, because I was looking at that too. You're driving, girl. You can just drink the shit.
I like it.
It's good, right?
I like it a lot, and I don't like wine.
I know. Can you pass me my cup?
You can have all of mine. It's too sweet for me, actually.
I can fix that.
For right now. I'm good.
I know. I was just letting you know I can fix that.
It ain't never too sweet for
Can you
me.
pass
This,
me
this
the
ain't the black of the
podcast
bird.
empty?
The
Because, of
sweet
course,
is the
my lush-
juice.
my lush
It's
ass was the
dunk
first
of
one to finish
flesh
our shit.
and the deeper the roots.
That shit was goody. I almost started putting some vodka in there.
Oh.
I needed to cut that shit with something. It was a little sweet.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
But it was good though.
It was
giving,
good at first
it was,
until something hit me in the back there.
yeah, I had to,
Gave me a little
That's why I
headache in the
just
situation.
oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, give me you got a headache too?
A little.
Yeah, it was too much. Too much sugar.
I think because we,
Sugar spike.
we
We're
don't-
old.
We don't
That's what it is.
usually
We're
dabble.
old. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, you might gotta scoot those so Tony can get it.
Yeah, we thought you was scooting.
Oh, I can scoop it.
No,
She's in the middle. You're in the middle, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
Steve,
I'm gonna hit the thing.
I'm gonna put my.
But
Don't
the
knock my
hell's
glass
going
over,
on?
Shay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
What the hell is going
There we
on?
Between.
She's in my home. Get in here, get in here, get in here, get in, get in. Sorry now.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm not feeling this.
Well, sis.
I mean,
What, y'all don't want to lap up?
Shut the fuck up.
absolutely.
Oh,
not.
am I in the way still? I was trying to make sure she didn't. Okay. You can.
I'm fine.
Close.
No, I'm definitely fine. What's going on, Ebony? What's going on?
What's
Have like and share.
Have a
Let the
drink
people
with
know
us.
what time it is.
Have a drink with us.
Have a
Where
drink.
your cup, girl?
Grab your little wine.
Get you some wine.
Get unfamiliar with us, Ebony.
Would you?
Welcome.
Would you be mine?
Okay.
Could you be
Because we
mine?
want to give y'all a little key real quick.
Go ahead and serenade the people. Go
Let
ahead and serenade the people.
me wave at Ebony. Oh, there you go.
And
You know.
waiting. Hey.
Hey.
Right, write us in the look. Let me know in the comments.
Let us
how
know
you-
in the comments.
Comment below. Comment below.
Exactly, precisely. But yeah, we were getting into it about Derek Jackson on the unFEMiliar page. Make sure you follow that as well on .FEMiliar. You can find that in my bio, coincidentally. So we were getting into it about Derek Jackson, and I was saying that people love Derek Jackson, but they hate what the fuck Kevin Samuels has to say. Derek Jackson be on bullshit, and the things he says are rarely ever 100% accurate. And Kevin Samuels always reads you off for filth, but he gives you the real tea. I really feel like he gives you what men are actually thinking, not just black men, men in general. He lets you know exactly what time it is. I always say, bitches act like they got the only pussy in the world. I always say that. They act like they got the only pussy in the world. Like, oh, you know, I got this, I got a master's degree, I'm this tall, I'm this color, I'm this whatever the fuck. I don't got no kids and whatever the fuck. I'm such a prize. Woo-dee-woo-dee-woo. And he lets people know exactly what time it is with them.
Right.
And they hate it.
I say
They
the
hate
same
him
thing
for
all
it.
the time. I'm like, Kevin Samuels is y'all. You bitches is mad. You bitches is mad because a nigga done hyped your head up, or whoever done hyped your head up, or maybe even you just hyped your head up, and that's cool.
Okay.
But when you go on here and you ask this man for advice about your life and the fucked up shit that's going on in it, and he gives you the truth, you get mad because he don't sugarcoat that shit. But did you come on here to get pacified, or did you come on here to get advice? Because
That's
you
a
got to
good
pick a
question.
fucking struggle. You can't have it both ways.
Right, and to my point, why is you coming on here anyways? You need to find the light within yourself, okay? Quit
Right.
looking at Kevin Samuels to give you the
Every
motherfucking
woman
guru
that
advice.
calls Kevin Samuels wants to feel special.
And
that's
they
100%
always
correct.
get
Cause they waited.
a read, and it's right, and they always get it read, and then they get on the internet after. I saw it. Well, sis, what did you? This man ain't done nothing different for the entire time that he's been online. He don't read bitches and niggas alike.
But
What
Kevin
the fuck
ain't
else
that
do you want?
110 or 19 or 18.
Right. They wanna be
It
the exception,
doesn't,
they're
and
not.
don't be the exception, and
They
that
don't be
is
the
T.
exception at all. What's up, your _ husband?
Hey, your husband.
Hey,
But
your
yeah.
husband.
Hey, somebody husband.
Okay, it's
Big
fucking
energy,
ridiculous.
big husband energy.
It's fucking ridiculous. And now you look at somebody like Derek Jackson, who then said, black men don't cheat, and he basically gives you all these rosy, I guess lofty expectations of what your relationship's supposed to be like and who you're supposed to be and this, that, and the third.
That's right.
And now he done fallen from grace. Imagine that. A man has fallen from grace. And people are looking at him like, oh, he's such a hypocrite. He wore the black men. He basically popularized the black men don't cheat phrase. He got all these books, this, that, and the third. And, he's fallen from grace. Surprise, surprise. Then he pulls out his wife. He brings out his wife. What's going on, Ty? What's going on, Swagger?
Hey, y'all. Checking in with y'all.
What's
What up,
going
y'all?
Unfamiliar.
Then he brings out his black ass wife, who looked like she did not want to be bothered. She looked like she was watching her stories,
She
or she was
said,
getting ready to fry
honey,
some
the kids
chicken.
are teleworking. I mean, I'm teleworking and the kids are in school. What do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you, the wife.
The wife.
Okay.
A mess.
Do
An
you guys
absolute
think
mess.
that
And that
she might be staying just for the
bonnet beret
look of
she
it
had
all?
This is the thing about it. Okay.
Hate that bonnet beret.
So she might be staying for the look of it all, but at the end of the day,
What's the
they are
look?
married and they have children. So although we can look at them and say, oh my God, she's so stupid for staying this, that, and the third.
They're
I feel some
married.
type of way about it. They're married. They, in order for them to break up, she can't just say, okay, I'm done, I'm leaving, and I'm moving tomorrow.
Right.
Like the courts have to get involved. She has children. There's going to be an impact on the children as well. And at the end of the day, what's the end game here? You're going to free this man. He's already proven to you that he can get, a woman with
Other
a ring
bitches.
with a ring on his finger. You know what I'm saying? He works out, obviously, he has a nice body. He's fucking rich. Like he's going to be a single bachelor or single rich bachelor. That's what you're going to turn him into.
Yeah, it's giving very much ring the alarm.
Exactly. That too.
I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm.
You're
But
going to
it's
lose from the next bitch
already
anyway.
there.
But
It's already there. When there's already another chick on the arm, at what point do you say, look,
But she not losing
vows
him.
and all?
she still got him for better or worse, or for worse, whatever we're going to call that. She definitely still has him. This is my thing about it. He said that he was sorry, whether it was an accident or whether it was on purpose. He said that he was sorry to us and to her, and he's told her all of these things, and he wants to stay in their relationship and in their marriage.
Yeah.
And she wants him there. So I don't think that it's fair for people to say, oh, she's dumb as fuck because she decided to stay and this, that, and the third. She doesn't want to rip her family apart at the fucking seams because of his indiscretions. Maybe that's what her tolerance is. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think that she, there's a lot more factors at play. And, when people go through stuff in relationships, I was just saying this on the segment that women like to sit up here and be like, okay, well, you did this, so now you don't deserve me. Uh-oh. So now you don't deserve me because we went through this and you did that and I didn't agree with this and this, that, and the third. So now, you don't deserve me and I'm leaving the relationship. And it's like, if you make yourself something to be won, a prize to be won, that means you can also be a prize to be lost, which means you can also be something that someone feels as though they have earned, whether they have or not.
Yes.
And I don't think that you should objectify yourself in that way. And like I said, the fuck, it's life, People can have indiscretions. Who knows? They might end up with a damn open marriage at some point in the game.
They might already have one that we don't fucking know.
Yeah, maybe she got a hall pass and we don't know. But you know what?
100%.
Then she came out.
What's up, Watkins Foster?
The wife came out, Danae Jackson, and she had a follow-up video.
She did.
The follow-up video was basically her in another baseball cap, like in another cover-up. I mean, and I'm not mad, but calm your hair, babe. And then she was in the army fatigue. And she basically said she's not here to play dress up with niggas. She is fighting a war.
Oh, I gotta read this. So Masika Kalisha said something. And Masika Kalisha from Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, and Fetty Wap's Big Mama, and all the reads that she has done on the TVs for these past couple of years have been great. And this little tweet is no exception. So she tweets and said, I will swallow a jean jacket dry and count grains of rice on all the sushi at Katana before I hold the musty hand of my cheating ass husband in a hat bonnet looking humble while he's forced to admit that he smashed a Krispy Kreme box full of bitches in the bed we conceived our kids in. Sis is right.
Sis is so
Sis
right.
is correct.
Sorry.
Sis is
You gotta apologize to me.
But I mean, it is a marriage, and I understand that, but I don't have to sit here while you announce that shit to the world. We can work it out, and we can, you know, continue our vows for better, for worse, and I understand that. But it's giving like narcissism. Like, niggas want to be on camera and look at themselves. Not only does it give narcissism for the video, the original video where he's gonna come out and talk about it with his wife right there, but he comes out with a follow-up video himself, Derek Jackson, where he's speaking in third fucking person, reviewing his own video.
The people
So
said that that's
clear.
what they wanted. That people said that that's what
No,
they
they
wanted.
did not.
They
Who's
did.
the
He
people?
said that. I don't know.
Who is the people? Who wants to hear this man talk in third person? Honestly.
He
And
didn't
now
show
we
his
know
wife
that
all of that time until he needed damage control. Boy, bye. You're not about to parade me around. #dead. I mean, I understand that too, and I can see that aspect of it as well. But I think that he basically put her in the spotlight so that he can show that, okay, yes, you know, my wife is deciding to stay. She is standing beside me, and I'm still standing beside her. And at the end of the day, I may have fucked all these whores, but I'm still here with my wife. Is what I would imagine that the image was supposed to be. That might not have been what it.
And as a married
What we
man, let me
read.
ask you a question. Do you feel like that's the right thing for them to do, is to go public like that and then have her? I mean, she looked the craziest.
The whole thing is a shit show, but if it was me, honestly, using my public relations mind with my good 2 degrees, I would say that what he should have done was say that it was a private family matter, they're going to handle it privately, and he should have kept it fucking pushing. I think he had to address it, actually, because that's what his brand is based on, and that's another thing. Even if she did leave him, he going to end up married again in 5 years, because that's what his brand is. That's how he makes his money. He's going to say, I built myself back up, and the relationship I have now is much stronger, whatever the case is.
Can we touch on this real quick? For me, it was the God has shown me the way, and God has fixed my husband, and God, he will have to repent to God for all of his sins. Well, sis, we know that, but that's not that's not the point. Right now, we're talking about you and his sins and how he gonna repent and what he gonna do for having you, dragging you on the internet looking crazy in this beret bonnet you have on. I mean, sis,
In the hat bonnet.
my shit's in twist too, but sis, put a wig on. Dude, give me a
Quick lace front.
Or you
Something.
could probably just give me a little turban.
Twist out. A turban?
You don't even gotta go
Anything.
just turban your
I
shit
can tell
up.
your curls was popping under that hat.
They was, but
I mean,
but sis,
no. I mean, I agree. It definitely started to look crazy on her end only. And I think that he's just joining in by making a video reviewing it and speaking in third person. He's only like egging it.
I think it all happened very, like, way too fast. Like, this shit had broke, and the next thing you know is, like, the next day he's going, like, making a video with his wife and putting that out, and then he's reviewing his own video the next day and shit like that. It all happened way too fast. It didn't really look like real healing.
It's not natural.
So people,
You're
so
right.
people probably don't believe it. They don't buy it because it doesn't feel sincere like that. But, you know, people work through infidelity all the time. That's not, you know, that's also a thing.
yeah, we're
People
not.
work through infidelity all
I'm not saying you
the
don't.
time.
I'm just saying
So
about-
I don't think that she should be any exception to
Hey,
that,
fresh
personally.
kid.
I mean,
Yeah, we're not saying that she's a dummy for staying with him. What we're saying is
the people are saying that, though.
you're a dummy for allowing him to disrespect you on the internet like this.
And
instead
you
of
as a
just-
prop.
Right, that's what we're saying. You
A
look
prop.
crazy for that.
Give me a
And
hand
then you
again.
look crazy again for that hat beret bonnet thing. And then
looking like why he would
You look-
cheated in the first place.
And then you look crazy
Honestly.
again for coming on the internet telling us about why your appearance was looking like it was looking, but still looking the
Like a
same.
boogawoo.
Why you even come? Why
You on the
you?
wall with your beret.
Yeah, why you even come online telling us about your appearance and you don't look no different?
She might as
You
well
didn't.
have said.
Okay. You might as well just not make that second little joint. You might as well just stay where the fuck you was at, the hat rack.
Yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They need a PR team.
They-
That's what the fuck they need.
Yeah, when YouTube goes next level, because honestly, YouTube is handing out plaques for going gold and silver and platinum and shit now.
Cute.
For it is very cute. And once you get to that level of streaming and that level of followers, I think that, yeah, you should have a team that helps you, because all they're doing is promoting fuckery right now. It's all messy. It's sloppy as hell. I'm not feeling it. And honestly, for me to get on camera with you, you better, I don't know, put my toes in your mouth or something at the end of this shit. Like, I love my wife so much. You need to make a grand gesture on camera too. I'm not gonna just sit here and just listen to you run down how you cheated and how it went down and shit. How's it going?
It didn't have to be that public. He didn't have to do all of
What kind of
that.
shit is that?
It was just more. It was for me. It was like, not only are you online,
What's up, Jeff?
Hey,
Jeff. Not only are you online
you
telling
listen?
us that, yes,
Charlie's
because that's how we
Angels?
do. Hi, Charlie Angel. Okay, but no, and not even only that, but also like you are going on live, and then you just like, oh, can you answer that?
Yeah.
You like, oh, I wasn't even just out here with the bitches. I was out here, and I wasn't just talking about buying drinks. I was out here fucking and sucking. We don't need the details. Spare your wife for the details. Like, just say you cheated. We don't need you to deep dive. You already got your wife on here looking crazy.
Looking the fuck crazy. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, y'all.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up?
No. But yeah, I think that the whole thing was done poorly. But like I said, people when they compare him to Kevin Samuels, they feel some type of way because Kevin Samuels keeps it too real and it hurts bitches' feelings. He be telling the fucking truth, and he be telling the truth. That's the worst thing about it, is that like he does be telling the truth.
He be telling.
He be telling the truth. He tells women and people, just America and the world in general, how men think. And they don't like it.
Kevin Samuels to Derek Jackson is the same thing as comparing motherfucking Joe Biden.
To whom?
And anybody else we had options against. It's whack.
I don't.
The lesser of two evils.
What y'all think? Y'all watching? What y'all think about the Derek Jackson and Kevin Samuels? What do y'all think about their
who would you pick? Obviously not Derek Jackson now after all this shit. So obviously Kevin Samuels is the fucking.
But maybe people are buying it. Maybe they're gonna say they feel like he deserves another chance, a redemption, this, that, and the third, or whatever. I always have a problem with somebody who feels like they can write a book and tell you how to think and tell you how to be, and all of that other shit, as if they don't have no problems too.
Right.
That's how I feel some type of way about that. And
please show the people that picture.
I think it's completely bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Just so y'all can get a taste of what we talking about. The hat bonnet gotta go, sis.
That
you looking like
cheat
on me. You looking like cheat on me.
And he had his wife looking like a plum fool, right?
Okay, thank you,
and really, she had herself looking like a plum fool. That's really the truth.
Speaking of
him too, he's the one. You saying she good with.
Key made our merch, y'all. So if y'all need shirts, merch, or anything like that, you did Key, hit her up. She made our unFEMiliar merch, y'all. All right, just a little plug. Little plug. Ran off plug twice.
But yeah, 100%. This shit is crazy. Go ahead, you were saying something.
I think I lost my train of thought, but I definitely feel like the wife. You were saying earlier that the wife basically is good. She's married, so it's not like she has to leave, and I get that. But there is she should have put her foot down. I mean, I'm not getting on camera with you holding your motherfucking hand while you telling this tale.
And then I'm not getting back on camera with this bonnet beret again, looking like this.
Sister Soldier. We're giving Sister Soldier.
Sister Soldier not getting on the internet with no nigga that's just giving a sloppy top to bitches for 10 years in their bed. She's definitely not.
This man said,
and
I wasn't just talking to bitches. I was fucking these bitches upside down.
They were in my bed with the one that I share with my wife.
I had a dominatrix. Damn, nigga.
He said that.
No, but that's what it sounded like.
It was giving.
It was giving.
Let me give y'all all my tea because I'm still excited about all this shit.
It was given. It was given Eminem at the end of 8 Mile, but not as dope as Eminem did it when he highlighted all his fucking failures.
He was trying to drop the mic on it.
He was really trying to pull out everything that he did at the end
to prove his
and
point.
prove his point and put it out before
how
everybody
to be
else.
a better black man.
Sir, it's too late. You can't do that.
How to
It's
be a
the
better
fuck
black
late.
man. Like, yeah,
Hey, welcome.
we
What's up,
fall
Aquantis?
down,
What up, Q?
but we
Aquantis?
get up.
I think that the whole shit is fucked up to me. What do y'all think about the situation? Do you think that the wife should have stayed? Do you think that do you believe the videos and the apology? What do you think about it all together? Let me know.
Give us
let me know
some-
exactly
give
what
us-
time it is.
Yeah, give us
Q,
a
what you
little.
think? Aquantis, what you think? Key, what you think?
He said he had his wife on there looking like a plum ass fool.
She had herself on there looking like a damn fool.
That's true.
Personally,
But
she had,
if
and
he's
I don't think she even tried.
If
Like,
he's the head of household, she gonna do what he say. And that's what you were saying. She's set up to be good. Kinda, right?
it's not that she's set up to be good per se. I'm just saying like she has a lot to lose when it comes to leaving. But the people are saying like, oh, she's dumb for staying, as though like it doesn't matter how much she has to lose. She's dumb for staying because he cheated X amount of times. You know,
We said the
I
same
don't
thing
personally
about
subscribe
Wendy
to that.
Williams being dumb for staying. And I feel like that's a stigma that sticks with women. But when you're married, you're married. And we are not to be of judgment of her leaving. But it's not about her leaving or staying. That's not the controversy. The controversy is, why the fuck did you get on camera with this man while he's saying these things? That's where sis made herself look like a plum fool. And he allowed it and probably suggested it. And she just went along with it.
It's just like, I really do feel like she's coerced. She's being coerced into doing this against her free will or something.
She's literally making
It
her
has
own
to be,
videos.
because I don't understand.
It's brainwash is what it
I don't
is.
get it, girl. Why
What's
are you
up, Brandis?
doing
What up?
that?
Latina Heat.
Hey, Latina heat.
It's unFEMiliar with a little robe talk. I took my robe off. It's hot in this joint.
Brandis, what do you think about Derek Jackson? What's going on? Let me know exactly how you
Yvette,
feel.
what do you
Give us
think
your
about
tea.
Derek Jackson and his cheating ass ways?
Cheat, black men don't cheat,
You know
huh?
that?
Yes.
Oh, black men don't cheat?
What up, Yvette?
It's giving black men is cheating all the time. Why don't y'all give us comments on that?
What?
How about that?
Bitch,
It's
we
giving
just
black
Wow.
men
talked
will
about you,
cheat.
hey, boo-boo. We just talked about you being man bashing before
Right.
we got on air. What are you doing?
It's giving black men cheating all the
I don't give a
time.
fuck.
My God in heaven.
It is. Kevin
Jesus.
Samuel said all men of value cheat, did he not?
He did say that.
And men of no value cheat too, so it leads me to believe all men cheat. That's what 1 plus 1 make 2, ain't it, motherfuckers? Shit.
Some men
I'm
cheat,
weak.
some
Now
men
I
do
fucking
not.
make
They
two.
sure
Ju-
do.
Yvette bought his book. She said, I bought his book and read it front to back last year.
How was
How
it?
do you feel,
How do you
though?
feel
Do you
now
feel
that you
betrayed?
purchased the book?
Do you feel
Hey,
betrayed?
do you feel
What's up,
betrayed?
Paul?
Hey, guys.
Hey, Sue.
Tap in.
What do you feel about now that you bought the book and all of this has transpired about Derek Jackson? For those of y'all who joined, we talk about the Derek Jackson situation.
And we're talking about versus Kevin Samuels, who gives it the more realer tea to all of his fans.
And lets you know what time it is.
all of his callers. And Derek Jackson is a motherfucking scam artist. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, apparently.
Black men definitely cheat. And that's the narrative I'm pushing.
But we
Sir,
already have that.
sir.
We already have that stigma, so you don't have to push.
And
you
he's
don't have
trying to
push that.
banish it while cheating with his tongue in somebody else's ass. You know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
fact. That's the part. It's the hypocrisy
It's the
for me.
hypocrisy.
It's like all of that shit is dumb. You put yourself on a pedestal and then you fell off and now you look crazy.
What'd that say?
Yvette says I feel bamboozled. I felt like I contributed to his side chicks.
Like I sponsored this girl's getting flued out and spoiled.
I mean, sis, you bought the book, so yeah.
What up, Cam?
But it's, you got bamboozled like everybody else.
Like his wife is getting bamboozled. Hello?
Yeah.
Keith said people have to stop taking advice from these backyard pastors. Not backyard pastors.
Okay, if he's a pastor on YouTube, just turn it off. I'm sorry.
Sue said his videos reacting to his
To himself.
video reacting to
His video took me out.
that shit.
No, the
was
third
too fucking
person,
much.
talking to the third person, sir, please get the fuck. Go the fuck to hell. Go the fuck to hell.
It's very much what did you call that?
Narcissism.
Narcissistic behavior.
It's narcissism at its finest, and his wife is feeding in and enabling. Okay, we need to talk about it.
Right.
How about enabling niggas to cheat on you and continue to cheat on you? How about when is it time to shut the door on some shit that's not going to change? How about that kind of
Cam,
shit?
what you think? Hold it down for the brothers out here. Like, what do you think about Derek Jackson versus Kevin Samuels?
Can you hold it down for the brothers?
Qantas, if you still on, Jeff, if you still on,
Can anybody hold it down
hold
for the brothers? Because I'm waiting.
Hold us down,
Stevie
because I'm out here flailing in the wind.
He's trying.
I'm flailing in the wind. Help me the fuck out.
He's trying for y'all, but at the end of the day, when a narcissist is winning like that, like Yvette said, she bought the book front to back.
She read the book.
He's winning. He's winning, and he's cheating.
Because
and
she
his
believed
wife
in
is
it.
cool with it.
She believed in it, but she feels bamboozled now.
No, his wife said he not like that no more. He don't do that to me no more.
He don't do that no more.
I love him.
Bitch, he cheat right now.
It's giving.
He
I
cheat
love
right
him.
now.
He put this
Don't do
video
that.
out
He
to
don't
let
have
the
to be
world
cheating right
know.
now.
Black men don't cheat, but I do.
He is though.
Black men don't cheat, but I do.
He on Bumble like shit, sis.
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
He put that video out to let the bitches know I'm out here and fuck with me, and she with the shits too. Holla, you want to get flued out by a book?
He owns T.I. and Tiny, is that what you're saying?
If you want to get flued out by a book,
Yeah. I hope
that's-
his wife finds enough strength to see her worth, value herself, and walk away from what seems to be a toxic situation. No judgment to her. I think
Okay.
she is in a state of manipulation.
Absolutely.
Woo! That's a lot, Yvette.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's definitely no judgment
She's
to her.
being
I told you it's a lot going
She
on
looked
there.
like Blink Twice for help.
she
Right.
looked brainwashed, like
There's
she's believing in
levels,
some
though.
cult shit. And sometimes, how much
Hey,
older
Matt
is he than her?
Rockstar.
So is infidelity 100% a no-go? Like, that's a last straw? Nobody's fucking with that? Like, you cheated on me and now I have to leave you no matter how long we're married, no
After
matter what
we
we got
talked about
together,
it on YouTube?
no matter what we built together, no matter if we
Sorry.
got kids, no matter all of that, like,
No,
it's
once-
100% you have to leave?
Once every year, every other year.
But if you only
every
found out
6
once,
months,
you only found out once.
and it was how many times?
It was a lot of times, but you only found out once.
No.
You only found out once.
Go to hell. Go
What?
to hell.
You only found out once.
Go to
You cheated,
hell.
but you only knew about it once. So just make that all just one
So
time.
I'm gonna cheat
Forgive
back.
him
If I'm gonna stay, I'm gonna
and
cheat
that's
back.
petty. Why would
Okay.
you do that? What do you mean you're gonna cheat back?
For better, for worse.
Because
Stay
now-
by my side. Stay by my side. Love me. For me. I
is
make
a lot to
mistakes.
No,
follow.
because now
I'm living in the
It's
flesh.
No, because now, bitch, what you did was you are trying to. What you saying?
Yvette is right. People do make mistakes, but that is a lie. And Key, absolutely. Key said you can't leave people on a good book and then your fingers in the way.
I'm sorry.
And then go against the good book. And that's my point. He was on the internet like, well, God, I have, because God, sir, did God tell you to put that lady in y'all bed, the bed that you conceive your kids in?
But even if you cheat
where
and
was
you
God?
make a
Where was
mistake,
God when you was cheating?
you're gonna drag your wife through the mud right with you, holding her hand. He gonna
Hey,
bring you down.
Y'all are just looking at it as
Hey,
the mud.
Kristen.
It's the mud, honey.
It is the mud.
It's the
What you
motherfucking
talking about?
sticks. It's the sticks of relationships.
This is
It's
a
the
fucking
sticks.
swamp.
We fucked up and we shared it with the world, and it's just like, damn. I'ma hold your
Hey,
hand.
Kristen.
I'ma hold your hand through thick and thin. Hey, y'all.
Absolutely, because Key said, because did God tell you to engage in this foolishness? That is my point.
Okay, so he made a mistake or he did it on purpose, whatever the case is. Okay, you cheated. So does that mean all of a sudden now we both have to lose everything that we worked together
No,
for?
but that
No, it
means
means
tell
if
these
I'm
people you were
straight-
cheated, issue me an apology publicly just as loud as disrespect, and then when you're done, if you decide that you want to take your husband back,
Can
and you
we-
make sure that he does the work. But that don't mean get your ass on the fucking internet talking about God. My husband only has to answer to God, and Jesus
Can
is
we
the only
agree-
one, and then put this motherfucking hat bonnet on.
Can we agree that it's all in delivery?